Hi everyone, welcome to this video. I'm going to discuss about volleyball. In this presentation, we are going to learn about the history of volleyball, its rules and regulation, the court structure, how it is officiated, as well as how it is played. Before we proceed to the discussion, let me first tell you some trivia about volleyball. Volleyball is the second most popular sport in the world today after soccer. Number 2, the longest volleyball game ever recorded took 75 hours and 30 minutes and it happened in Kingston, North Carolina. 3. In 1900, the first special designed ball for the sport was created. Okay, let's continue. What is volleyball? Volleyball is a sport in which two teams of 6 players use their hands to bat a ball back and forth over a high net, attempting to make the ball contact the court inside the opponent's playing area before it can be returned. Did you know that volleyball was invented in 1895? It was invented by William G. Morgan, who is the physical director of the Young Men's Christian Association or YMCA in Holyoke, Massachusetts. He called the sports mintonette and later renamed volleyball by Alfred Halstead. In 1964, volleyball was introduced to the Olympic game in Tokyo. Beach volleyball was introduced by the Federation International de Volleyball or FIVB in 1987 and introduced to the Olympic program for the 1996 Summer Olympics. Now let's talk about the rules and regulations of volleyball. The ball is put into play by the right back row player who serves the ball to the opponent's court by hitting it over the net. To return the ball to the opponent's court, a team should hit it 3 times, except when attempting a block, a player is not allowed to strike the ball twice in a row. The rally continues until the ball hits the floor, goes out, or a player fails to return it to the opposing team. The ball is lifted or carried by a player. Carry happens when the ball is in contact with the player's body for an excessive amount of time. When making a play on the ball, a player hits the net with some part of his or her body or clothes is known as a net. If he or she jumps from behind the attack line, a back row player spikes the ball when it is completely over the top of the net. Before making contact with the ball, a player must walk onto the court or to the end of the line. It is also known as a foot fault. Service can be anywhere along the end line, and it is in if the ball lands on the line. This is what a volleyball court looks like. The court is 18 meters long and 9 meters wide, with a net dividing it into two 9 meter by 9 meter halves. At that line, this 3 meter line divides the court into back row and front row areas. After the ball is served, the players are allowed to reach and play in free zone that is at least 3 meters wide. Each side of the net has a vertical antenna that is perpendicular to the sideline. So now we are going to talk about how the volleyball is officiated. Just like any other sports, volleyball also have a referee and a scorer. Throughout the game, the main referee enforces the rules. The team is given the opportunity to file a formal appeal with the ranking. Opposite the main referee is the second referee. He is in charge of all substitutions, timeouts, and scorer's table conduct. The official scorer keeps track of the results. They also make a list of all the players' names. 2 to 4 line judges are needed in the official game. The game. First, we have the jump serve. The server stands at the back of the serving area. As the server moves forward the service line, the ball is tossed in front of and above the server. As the server leaps, the forearm rises to the shoulder height and the striking hand is drawn back. At the peak of the jump, the striking arm swings quickly forward with the open hand, making contact with the ball out in front of the body. Next is forearm pass. From the basic defensive position, the outstretched arms are brought together with thumbs together and rotated downward. The ball is met by the forearms with the chauvining motion of the arms. The pass should be made with the flowing, coordinated motion of the legs, body, and arms. The third is the set. The set is essentially a refined overhand pass with elbows out. The hand should be raised to a position above the head. Palms should be out with fingers spread and thumbs down. The arms should extend to meet the ball with the pads of the fingers. The ball is directed upward and toward the spot where the hitter can make an aggressive play on it. Block. Positioned about an arm's length from the net and ready to jump, the defender follows the flight of the ball with hands raised. The defender moves towards the net and into a blocking position in front of the pursued attacker. The defender then jumps with both hands breaking the play above the net. Lastly, the dig. From the basic defensive position, the outstretched arms are brought together while the athlete lunges towards and under the ball in order to pop it back to the air with the hands or arms. If sprawling is necessary, the athlete follows through with a drive or a roll and quickly regains a standing position. This marks the end of the presentation. I hope that you learned something about volleyball. I am Redemptor Nervous Tapalo Jr. Thank you and see you again next time.